quick review from our last video. What is this?
Oh, it's
On a normal house, how thick would you put it on?
5/8.
What is this? That's ½ inch. It's actually 7/16. Nail spacing around your perimeter. What do you do nail spacing wise?
6 inches.
6 inches around the perimeter, and then on your actual rafters, how far apart? 10 to 12. All right. What size nails do you use to put OSB down with?
8.
Why?
It won't crack the rafters.
It won't. Yep. 16 penny nails are overkill in any sheet material. So all sheet material, you're gonna put 8 penny nails. Now we're gonna show you how to shingle. This right here, typically on a normal house, you buy a 3-tab shingle. I didn't have any 3-tab shingles, and you flip them upside down. All I did in this one is I took an architectural shingle. All right. On the back side, architectural shingles at the bottom are double. I'm going to cut off the double part, and I'm just going to use a single part here. If you run your knife down that edge right there, it's actually fairly easy. And I've already pre-cut some of these other ones. We're going to measure down here. I need an inch of overhang here, an inch of overhang on this side, and an inch of overhang at the bottom. All right. This right here is 36 and 1/16. So if I add an inch to this side and I add an inch to that side, that's a total of how many inches? 2 inches. Which 36 plus 2 inches is? 38 to 16.
16.
So we're going to cut this. I'm going to use a framing square. You can use a large speed square, small speed square. I'm going to use a framing square as a straight edge. Y'all good? All right, we got an inch. All right. For most people, if you look at your index finger, the first joint in your index finger is about an inch. For most people. Y'all with me? So, I'm going to let this hang over an inch on this side. All right. I'm going to hold that in place. We're going to see what we got on the other side there. We got about an inch. Good. These are roofing nails. They got a big flat head on them. That way the shingles don't do what?
Zero.
On this bottom edge down here. This is called what I call a starter row. What do you need a starter row for? This does 2 things. It gives you an underlayment, if you will, for the first row, and it helps you keep straight as long as you get this first row on straight. All right. Now shingling is slightly more complicated when you're doing a large house, like you're doing just a small dog house or something like that. I only put 2 down here at the bottom. I'm going to put 4 in it. The reason I want to put my nails so close to the edge is why. If I put my nails up here, wind gets up underneath here, it rips the shingles off. So I'm going to put my nails on this bottom part down here. Y'all good so far? Good deal. On this part right here, I'm going to run this. I'm not going to run it up and over. I'm going to cut this off. But I'm going to line this up right here, and you're going to have a starter strip that goes up both edges. The other thing that this helps me do is that this gives me a straight line with which to line the rest of my shingles up with. Are y'all being stupid?
No, wait for work, yeah. I'm stupid all the time.
We got our starter row down the bottom, up the sides. How much overhang do I want on each end?
1 inch.
How do you figure out an inch?
You
You can't use a tape measure. It's okay if it's a little more than an inch or right at an inch, as long as this is the same all the way up. Shingles, there are two types of shingles. There is architectural shingles. Am I still turning it? Just a little bit. There are two types of shingles. There's architectural shingles and there is 3-tab shingles. I don't have any 3-tab shingles. Architectural shingles. Y'all looking? Pay attention. These are made to look like wooden shakes and shingles, but they're in a composite asphalt shingle. Does that make sense? The color of this shingle down here is called hickory. All right, hickory is not the town that's near here. Okay, hickory is the color. All right, people. It's my job. All right, so look, your nail row, we're gonna nail right here on this red line. All right, so when we nail, that will get covered up. Your nails have got to get covered up. On a doghouse this small. I gotta cut, we're gonna cut a little bit of this off. How much we gotta cut off? You want to cut a little bit off? The good thing about architectural shingles is you don't have to line up tabs. You don't have to line up rain slides. You just put them on, start your next row. The only thing is, if you start a full row, you've got to stagger your next row. All right? You can't start the next row with a full shingle. You cannot put all of your seams in a line up there. Does this make sense to everyone? Now, on a doghouse like this, one shingle literally covers the entire doghouse. So what can you do? I don't have to put a seam on it at all. I just use whole pieces all the way up through here. Now, on a doghouse like these bigger ones over here, all right, you're going to have to start a full one, then cut back, like go halfway. So if I look at my shingles, how long are my shingles? 39.25. What's half of 39?
18. No, 19.5.
19.5. What's half of an 8?
116.
All right. I'm not going to cut this shingle because I don't need to. I got to cut it to length.
Why don't you just put it on here and then cut it?
I don't like cutting it up there. Some people do that, by the way. They do let their shingles hang over. I'm not a big proponent of doing this, but if you want to, they let their shingles hang over like this, and then they come back to the end and shave all of these off all the way up the house. All right. I personally don't like doing that because I think people have a hard time cutting a straight line, in my opinion. And my opinion is the only one that counts. Or at least here anyway. What are y'all laughing at?
My opinion, the only one.
Say what? Architectural shingles are a little bit harder to cut down here at the bottom because they're doubled. The shingles are doubled up. And once we get them on, if I flush up those, the good thing about doing this starter row, as long as you get this starter row on a normal house, you're going to be looking at your doghouse or your house from where? The ground, right? And all you're seeing is this straight line of this shingle right here whenever you're looking up. Now on a doghouse, you're probably not going to be on the ground looking up at the underside of the shingle.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Where did I say we're going to nail? How many nails we going to put in? I don't know what standard is now. Most people will do anywhere from 4 to 5. That paper, I got told at one time, you're not supposed to tear off this paper right here. You tear it off whenever you're putting shingles on a voice snoring. Colin, where you been? Slash Bojangles.
Now when our kids are watching this video, gosh.
When your kids watch this video when you're 30,
Please, don't go into
Wait, so his kids are gonna be 16 when he's 30, so he had a kid 4 years ago.
why do you have to be good? Because I want my video. video, you're bad, I just got video evidence. Good deal. We're just gonna do one more row real quick. Once we get to the top, you gotta do something called a ridge cap. Whenever you put this row on, y'all see this right here? Y'all see the top where that's it right there. If you look, hold that. The bottom of this shingle, all right, is going to come down to the top of that part right there, and it needs to line up there and there on both sides when we put the shingle on. Why are you making that face? What? Don't move. Don't move. I've got to. Are y'all having fun? I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of shenanigans am I going to see in my video?
All kinds.
That definitely depends on holding and wheel.
Alright, shingle wise, I gotta make sure I'm flush on this side, and I'm lined up at the bottom. How many nails am I gonna put in here? You gonna put them in?
40.
This is holding with this nail in. This is holding Richie.
Like your predecessor.
One day he might have a
teacher
job.
Oh no, hold on that.
This is both son. Up.
Alright, let's review real quick before we cut this off. This next row is just gonna go on, alright? Seams wise, what do you gotta do with your seams on shingles?
Overlap.
You got a
Stagger.
freaking
Stagger your shingles. What kind of shingles are these?
3 tab.
These are architectural. What's the other type?
3-tab.
3-tab. Which one's easier to put on?
Architectural.
Why is architectural easier to put on?
You got the line up.
I don't have to line up what?
Range.
Your range, my range slot. Alright? And the thing is, that way you gotta make sure, whenever you're putting 3 tabs on, you gotta make sure your 3 tabs are all in a straight line. Alright? And we're looking, we're gonna turn this. And we're not done. The top part of this shingle is green, the bottom part of it is brown or
Hickory.
hickory, that's right. Alright? And if you look at it, this is supposed to give a shadow effect like it's looking at wood shakes and shingles, but it's on an asphalt shingle. What kind of nails do we use?
Roofing nails.
Roofing nails. Why they got such a large head on them?
To hold it. To hold the shingles.
That way the shingles don't tear over the large head.
Bingo.
Alright? Over time, these shingles will end up melting to each other, if you will, especially once it gets hot outside. That way wind can't get up underneath here and pull your shingles up. Alright? Along the edge, a lot of times, not only will they put a nail right here on this red line, but they will also put a nail up here. But you only do that on your gable ends along the edge. You don't have to worry about doing that up here at the top part of your shingle. Alright? Good. Cut.